Hello everyone, ohoro wanyu, como esta, habari zenu, guten tag, konnichiwa, and all the other greetings. It is me back with a new video. If you just happen to come across moi and on my channel, hello, I hope you'll stick around and learn something, probably subscribe. If you are returning subby, thank you so much. Thank you, danke schön, asante sana. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Today's video is going to be something kind of close to my heart, you know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, I don't call myself a gym girl, but I do go to the gym thrice a week. And obviously my fitness journey is very important to me. I am natty. I don't know where these terms, I've had to learn so many terms lately. Let me tell y'all. So apparently natty means natural. It means you're not, doing anything or taking anything or injecting things to give you a little extra oomph above everyone else. And learning what has been going on in the fitness industry has led me to this, so bear with me. We're talking about the dark world of fitness, as the title suggests, and especially the fitness influencers. Jeez. My fitness journey has played a huge role. I am 39 years old, so I'm not that young. I'm not a young chicken anymore. I've always been a very skinny girl. I hated it. I had the exact opposite problem a lot of people have. Since I was little, I tried my best to get bigger. I used to eat all the fat off the meat because I thought it would make me bigger. It never worked. My metabolism was very high. And that was just been my life. Even after I had babies, I've had 3. After my firstborn, I actually got smaller, which I didn't know that was possible. The only thing I do suffer from is diastasis recti, so I've had to work, and I've made a video somewhere, I'll put it here, about what to consider if you have diastasis or if you sneeze and then you pee. That is not good, but this is not my thing. If you guys want me to make a video about diastasis recti and go more into it, let me know. But this video is a good start for you. So today I wanted to talk again about fitness influencers, because my god, liars.
Hello, family. Does anyone need the remote?
Oh my god, what the hell happened to Stewie?
Yeah, looks good, doesn't he? I'll see that lesbo Susie Swanson beat him up now.
Wait a minute, how do you know she's gay?
Short haircut, stubby legs, doesn't respond to my advances.
You haven't answered my question. Why the hell does Stewie look like this?
Well, I took him to the gym, and the colorful gent there advised me that I put him on steroids.
And you listen to him?
Yeah, I believe everything everyone tells me anywhere.
We're going to talk about the pressure, the lies, and the mental health toll that goes along with these things but gets very little attention. Many fitness influencers promote an image of achieving their physique naturally, like I said, natty. Diving into this world of fitness, I have learned that a big number of fitness influencers use performance enhancing drugs, which is called them PEDs, or other substances to enable them to catalyze their process and their progress. And this is very rarely disclosed. You will find a few people who are very blunt about their journey, and they'll say what they're doing and what they're using and what extra things they're taking.
Are you natural?
No.
Es natural or no?
No, not natty.
Not natty.
Neither of you. No hiding it either.
Not at all.
No reason to.
Natural. Natural! You lying to me right now?
No.
Look me in the eyes,
100%.
Yo, she's telling the truth right now.
No, I'm not on.
Okay, I thought...
I would look a lot different, right? Are you on?
I am not on... It's loud and proud, natty baby. Do I look like I'm on...
No.
And stuff, but a lot of them don't.
How being a fake natty hurts the fitness industry. Thank you to the Liver King for bringing this issue to light. For those of you that don't know, a natty is someone that is a natural athlete, meaning they don't utilize any banned PEDs or substances that don't fall under the guidelines of the World Anti-Doping Agency. As we have seen from the controversy with the Liver King, it is harmful to the entire fitness community to intentionally promote yourself as a natural athlete, especially with the intention of promoting products and sales or revenue when you are indeed an enhanced athlete.
For example, most bodybuilding competitors rely heavily on enhancements or stuff. So natural competitors have no chance to win, especially when you start discussing the IFBB Pro. As this lady says, if you're going to compete at the pro level, don't even bother trying to go natural because you won't win. It's the sad reality.
Natty or not?
Do you think I'm natty?
I just have to ask.
I'm like 200 pounds.
I can't assume, okay?
I mean, you kind of can.
All right, I kind of knew.
If you're a female bodybuilder in the pro league, you're not natty.
Are you natty?
But it is what it is.
Ladies, your favorite gym influencer is probably on steroids, and she'll make a video that she's natural, but she's probably on steroids. And I probably have messages from her on how to do a PCT in my inbox. Stop comparing yourself to other women.
This creates very unrealistic standards for followers who believe that these physiques are attainable without chemical help. Social media filters, editing apps, and other curated angles are everywhere. The lighting, the angle, it does a lot. Influencers often present a very heavily filtered and perfected version of their bodies online, which can be very deceiving. It takes sucking in your stomach a little bit to make you look like you're flat when you're not. This digital alteration adds the pressure to the followers who follow these content influencers to chase a very unrealistic and unattainable look. Let's also not forget that genetics play a role. Okay, you can do all the work you want to do, but if your genetics are not magic, you won't get there. Let's be real. Do the best that works for you and keep doing that. Studies have also shown that following fitness and nutritional influencers is linked to body dissatisfaction and eating disorder symptoms. The irony is that most of these influencers actually have eating disorders. It's just this well-kept secret, not to me anymore because now my eyes are open. But most of these people, no matter how good and big they look, they still have body dysmorphia, so they keep pushing it. You're admiring them, they're admiring something else. The pressure to maintain a perfect body leads many to unhealthy habits like extreme dieting, extreme exercise, and disordered eating. And gym culture, as we see it, because fitness influencers just blew up after COVID, sometimes normalizes certain behaviors that look like eating disorders, like restricting food intake, or obsessive calorie counting.
After a competition, because I literally just wanted to go to my room and eat myself sick. Not proud of it. I ate so much and I binged so much that I was like physically sick.
Fitness influencers constantly fight to uphold a certain idealized physique, especially those in the pro level. And I don't know everything about bodybuilding, but I know there are different categories for women, different categories for men. But no matter what they do, they have this obsession with the perfect physique because they have to attain as much perfection as possible to win these titles. And the pressure is relentless, often accompanied by anxiety and also fear of losing followers or losing brand deals, whatever the case might be, if they don't maintain their look. So followers on the other side of the coin feel pressured to achieve the same look or the same goal, the same physique, and therefore they start driving themselves to do unhealthy things, unhealthy habits, excessive dieting, and so on. It is a harsh reality that most pro builders and competitors use performance-enhancing drugs or stuff, which means that natural athletes are at a massive disadvantage. I personally was just joking around with my husband because he's been very impressed by my progress. He's the one who introduced me to the gym, and he does a bit of bodybuilding himself, and he's seen my determination grow. I've been so excited to see my journey and my muscle growth and muscle increment. And I was joking, hey babe, maybe one day I can do a bikini competition. And I said, which is why I'm making this video, because I dove into a rabbit hole of how does this work, what do I need to do, what are the requirements to enter a competition. And unfortunately, a lot of competitions do not drug test their competitors. Therefore, if there's a chance to use something to enhance your journey, people are doing it. And I obviously do not want to touch that stuff because it has its own myriad of side effects, you know. So for someone who wants to go all natural, I know I could be leaner, I know that, and this will be down the line, but I would not have an unrealistic goal of winning anything. I would probably just want to participate for the sake of saying I participated, but let's get real, a lot of these influencers, they're not natural. And unfortunately, most of them don't review this. So it leads newcomers, a newcomer watching, and I've fallen victim to this. I used to watch, because again, when I started my fitness journey, my gym, especially going to the gym often, I had no idea what I was doing. I had to start somewhere. And looking up these influencers online, you can see, you know, like their traps are built. They just always have this look of a Greek goddess. And I'm like, how am I going to achieve that? No matter what I do, no matter how many shoulder shrugs. These are shoulder shrugs. I mean, yes, my traps are, you know, they're coming out, as you can see right there. But this has been a year's worth of shoulder shrugs. And then I came to realize it's not just what you do, so they are doing other things that I did not know. A lot of newcomers to the fitness world don't know this fact. They don't know that it's not just hard work and dieting and commitment. There are other things going on behind the scenes that you do not know about.
Anabolic steroids are legal in natural shows, not in IFBB pro shows. They don't test you. So I was very hesitant to try them. But once you start progressing in the levels, obviously you have to grow in size. We like in bodybuilding like to call it a dry, crisp look. So you see a little bit more muscle definition. It gets to a point where one steroid isn't enough. So then you end up having to take more. And there's always that one person that's in the background that says, oh, I'll never do it. And guess what? They end up taking it.
Which is why I'm happy to make this video for y'all. Something else I already mentioned briefly, genetics.
If you're a teenager who's getting into the gym, listen up because I'm about to tell you something you will never forget. Genetics matter more than you could ever imagine. They matter more than your diet, your training, your sleep, your exercise. People like this with a top 1% physique, they do the same shit that we do. We all go to the gym, we train close to failure, we eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, we get 8 hours of sleep, but we all come out with vastly different results. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when I first started lifting, I expected to look like this in 2 years' time. Here I am 10 years of lifting later. I look nothing like either of these gentlemen, and I never will, even if I took steroids.
Your genetics play a huge role in your body shape, muscle growth, and fat distribution. Some people happen to just have fat distributed in areas where they love it. Others love handles. Everyone stores fat differently and loses it differently as well. And despite this fact, fitness influencers will never mention this in their videos. They won't say, oh, you know, no matter how many leg presses you do or squats, you may never look like me because this is my physique and part of my physique is my genetics. They make it seem like it's achievable for everyone. So a lot of people fall victim to this and they sell these programs to you. Oh, this is my 12-week program, my 16-week program to get nice glutes. And this is a huge aspect they forget to mention. And I feel in a way it's kind of false advertising. You should mention your terms and conditions and tell people, hey, by the way, don't expect you look by so-and-so, you look like so-and-so. My coach, who I did not hire, by the way, is someone who loves helping people out of the gym. And he actually gave me my routine that I use to this day. It's been a few months now. When I told him I wanted bigger traps, he looked very shocked. He was like, why, you're a woman? Because, you know, the traps normally are like a guy thing. I was like, because I think they're hot, you know, save the glutes. I don't care about the glutes. I mean, my glutes are nicer now, you know, but that was never my goal. I want to have more pronounced traps. I want to have more pronounced quads and hamstrings and calves. Those are my goals. And he just said, hey, just letting you know, a lot of it has to do with genetics. So yes, they're gonna grow, but it's good to have realistic expectations, because some people just grow certain muscle groups better than others and faster than others. Now, I'm not expecting a miracle. I just know mine are gonna look like mine. Someone else's are gonna look like someone else's, So don't feel bad that, oh, I'm doing the same workout and I don't look the same, because genetics do play a huge role. Since a lot of influencers don't mention this, their followers think that their struggles are purely just lack of effort. I'm not doing enough. And this ignorance increases the lack of self-esteem and frustration. On the other side of hiding the use of stuff is glamorizing the stuff. And I have seen a video or two somewhere where they're not hiding the fact that they're using. They're not in America, because here I don't think people would just use out in the open and record themselves. But in countries like Brazil or wherever, South America, wherever, you see them doing it online. Whilst they're showcasing their extreme physiques and being very transparent, at the same time they are glamorizing this aspect of using performance-enhancing drugs without mentioning the risks involved. So
Toby is inspiring kids to take steroids.
Probably get like 50 DMs a day and like, thank you for inspiring me to take steroids. No. And like a lot of these kids were like children, bro. Like
you have on one hand people who hide that they're doing it, and the other ones were like, "Ooh, look at me, I'm doing it." But also, they're not going to tell you, "Oh, these are the side effects to expect." Why? Because telling you the side effects discourages you from taking part in it. So be careful about that. Back to the lying. Lying about being natural is very common, unfortunately. And unless you are in the world or you've studied that world, how are you going to know if someone is natural or not? You kind of have to go off of what they tell you. There are some very obvious signs now that I know what to look for. You look at, especially for women, a woman who's on them looks different.
Sometimes around female bodybuilding, there can be a lot of hate.
People need to mind their own business.
Not everybody's gonna love a super jacked female, and that's fine. I don't love a super skinny, physique.
Depending on what they're using, they could start to become masculine features on the face. The voice starts to break, because it's the same thing as having cross-sex hormones. They're taking a lot of testosterone, they're taking a lot of stuff, So there are ways to notice this, but for those who lie and get away with it, at least to their followers, this is very misleading to the followers who don't know better. It leads to and contributes to a lot of toxic comparisons. They say comparison is the thief of joy. It absolutely is. I feel like if you're going to compare something, compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself from January to August. How far have you come? What have you improved? Where do you want to get? And then use that as your baseline. Don't try to look like someone else. Because for me, transparency about substance use is very essential, but often ignored in my experience and from what I've seen. Don't glamorize it, but also don't hide it. Be honest, be upfront. There's some women and men who are very upfront about this, but they also tell you, hey, just know there are risks involved. Don't think that, oh, you can undo the risk or you can undo the effect. It's permanent, it's there. Some might be able to flake off if you stop, but it's very, very important to be very careful out there, guys, that these influencers are not as honest as we wish they were. Behind every perfect Instagram shot and reel, there's often a very complicated reality that goes up to the mental state, just outside of the physical. Focus on health, not just appearance. Comparison is a thief of joy. Focus on your mental well-being more than try to chase an influencer's image. I hope you guys liked this video. If you stayed this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Kenyan Hippie out.